If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle, putting the wow in transmogs.
Thank you for the click. My name is Luxeley, Luxeley, and on the day before tomorrow, I'm bringing you a quick look at 50 transmogs in a catwalk of WoW fashion. This transmog guide has been specially designed to be a huge time saver for you. It's a compilation of the best Xmogs from previous videos uploaded on this channel over the past year or so. When you discover a transmog set you want to pursue, click the set's corresponding link in the description below. In less than 2 seconds, you'll be directed to another video with all the necessary details for your pursuit, as well as 5 other Xmogs for you to preview. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell to receive notification on newly uploaded Xmog videos, as well as some other cool stuff. Keep in mind, you can find me on Twitter, and here's why you want to do that. Hit me up on Twitter under the same name, Luxeley, Luxeley, because in the next upcoming weeks, I'm going to start posting quick look 20-second Xmog videos every other day. There's a little bit of a Warlock theme going on here, but it does work for priests as well. We have a little bit of Wrath of the Lich King, a little bit of Mist of Pandaria. Of course, the staff is from good old BFA. Kind of ugly, but it works with the set. This works very epic for Shadow Priest, no doubt. Also works for Disc, also for Holy. A little bit of a Dark Priestess look. What I like about this is the helm. It works on a lot of those races that look really bad in helms, like Worgen and Tauren. Love this purple gray light blue set for any kind of priest, especially Shadow Priest. I saw this on someone in Stormwind once and I said I gotta get it, gotta get it. I love this set. One of my favorites for priests, actually. This is largely mop and wad, a little bit of BFA such as the staff. I just thought that worked with the RP fantasy value for priests here, Disc and Holy obviously, but I think it is a very, very sharp look. Kind of a red priestess look here with a touch of gray. Of course, that's a song from the Grateful Dead. Really like this set. You got a mix of many different xpacs here, particularly mop, and of course, I think that robe is from Vanilla. Slipping right into the class fantasy for all 3 priest specs, Holy, Disc, Shadow. I really, really like the burgundy green look here with the touch of gray, more touch of gray. Love this set. Absolutely adore it. Epic. From burgundy and green to burgundy and baby blue. This one is a wide array from the last 3-4 X-Packs. We got all pieces here and there. Legion, WAD, MOP, of course BFA. So we got a lot of interesting pieces here. Mostly a mix of Cata as well as Legion. And we're throwing in a little bit of BFA with the staff and a little bit of vanilla with the cloak. But I really, really like the overall fantasy priest look here. It says Disc, it says Holy, and it says it loud and clear. 2 in a row for the Holy and Disc crowd. This says those 2 specs perfectly as well, except with a little bit of a different color, different theme here. We got good representation from many different X-Packs, and it does look kind of epic on a Blood Elf. Dude, don't you think? The class fantasy tips the meter towards Shadow, but you can also wear this for Holy or Disc, very much so. It's an easy set to get overall. You got some Wrath of the Lich King, you got some Cata, you got some Vanilla, you have some Legion, so across the board, everywhere, even Mop. Alliance only for this set, but this set isn't so incredible that you're going to do a faction change just so you could use it. But it is a very, very good set. It hits the fantasy value, works for Shadow, works for the other 2, maybe Disc, not necessarily Holy. What do you guys think? I really like this set. Just it fits the fantasy value for all priests. And I like the fact that you're looking at an old school mix here of the robe, the boots, and then new school stuff from BFA. It really, really works. We got a mix of vanilla and mop basically here, and I really like the dark look. I know some people like the light look for priests. I like the dark look because I prefer Shadow Priest, and I like the helm. I really like the helm, the Halo helm. Here's another Halo kind of piece. I like that hood for all priests. You got a few mage pieces here that you could work with, and also a few warlock pieces, but overall that red priestess look from Game of Thrones, Melisandre, yeah, give it a blue check mark. Gotta love it. I promise there'll be more dark Shadow Priests, but This one is mostly geared towards Holy and Disc. It's got that classic teal, slight burgundy and gold look to it, and I love the monocle as well as the weapon and offhand here. This set hits a lot of check marks because it's easy to get and it works for Shadow, Disc, as well as Holy. All you need basically a few marks of honor and a little bit of gold and everything is yours. It's that simple. Very similar to a set you saw probably a minute or two ago. I call these Xmogs, where you get the bulk of the pieces, can kind of work their way into 2 or 3 sets. So I really like this look because of its flexibility. A lot of different robes you could use. Classic priest look here. Most of the stuff is from Cata, particularly the boots, as well as the shoulders, gloves, helm, and I think something else. But anyway, really like the priest fantasy here. This is Shadow Priest intended 100% of the way. We're getting good work out of those Janglar boots that are from Dragon Soul from this set and the previous set. But got a little bit of Wrath here, a little bit of everything here, really. Looks good, I think. I guess this is for priests who want to be Frost Mages, but I like the overall gray and light blue feel to this. We got a good representation from a lot of different xpacs, and it fits the Holy and Disc persona perfectly. That's right, if you have a good watchful eye and a good short-term memory, yes, this looks familiar to another piece. Once again, it's that whole Xmog thing going, where you get the bulk of a bunch of pieces and you can put together 2 or 3 sets. Call them Xmogs. Classic Holy and Disc look here doesn't really work for Shadow, but this baby blue and white with a touch of, I don't know if that's gold. Oh yeah, a little bit of gold, a little bit of yellow. Holy Priest, Disc Priest, showing them some love. Did a very similar set here with a tier piece from Vanilla. Now we're getting a tier piece from Wrath of the Lich King. What's the right word? That's right, Xmog. Get a couple of pieces, you can swap and mix and match. Like the idea. Moving on to a pretty much completely different look here for Shadow Priest. Yes, a red priestess look. Gotta love those shoulders from Mist of Pandaria with the spread out red wings. This says red priestess 100% of the way. This is one of the sets I felt very proud about because it fits all 3 pre-specs and it's got a very unique look. The splash of orange, the gray. Gotta point out though, it's Alliance only just simply because of those shoulders, but if you find a happy replacement, go for it. Not a huge fan of the set. Kind of odd, I know, coming out of my mouth, but the point is, sometimes I make sets that I'm not particularly crazy about. Very rarely. But I do make them because I realize this is all about taste. Some people like chocolate ice cream, some people like strawberry. I really like this robe, and it's not because it looks great, although this set does look pretty cool. It's just one of the first pieces I got in Wrath of the Lich King from PvP on my priest, and that's why I really like it. But this is a cool set. A lot of Wrath, a lot of BC. This is another red priestess kind of look like the previous one, but it kind of bleeds into that golden and teal look that really works for Holy, really works for Disc, and even for Shadow in this particular case. Gotta love this set. With the exception of a couple of pieces, this is almost one full set, but I like that overall look, especially when you put that particular tabard on it, because it really does kind of say Disc Priest or Holy Priest in a green and gray sort of way. Like I said, I favor the dark colors, especially the black and the gray here with the splash of kind of bluish purple. Love that dagger. This works for all 3 pre-specs. That dark priest look, you know, it's one of my favorites. It works for Shadow especially. You're looking at BFA, Legion, and a bit of WAD here for this set, so even the belt spins you back to mop. I like those gargles. Those are engineering gargles, but I think you can mog them. I'm not 100% sure. You might need engineering, though. Here's another Xmog set. The bottom line is you could swap out this robe with a lot of different robes, even pair pants and a pair of a chest piece. Red Priestess look. I really like this set. The teal got a little bit of spoiled here just because of the chroma key. Hard to do blue, hard to do green, so it's one of those odd sets, but I really like this flavor, this overall teal gray look for priests in general. You can swap out the robe with anything burgundy or anything gray and pretty much it'll still work. This works for all 3 sets. We have representation of Cata, BFA, as well as Legion. Overall, works for all 3 specs. Great look for priests. The chest and the legs, you could go one of two different directions. You could get them out of Isle Expeditions or on the auction house, or you could go to the Dark Moon Fair. The one from BFA is a little bit darker than the one from Dark Moon Fair. For those of you with a keen watchful eye and an epic short-term memory, yes, this is a complete total duplicate. Nothing's changed, nothing's different from the previous set about 20 cents ago. Why? Just simply made a mistake, and I couldn't correct it. Sorry, guys. We're pulling a little bit from the Ruthless PvP set and a couple of pieces from Wrath, a couple of pieces from Vanilla, and even a BFA boots, the BFA boots and gloves. So we got a good mix and a good look for not necessarily Shadow, certainly Disc and Holy. Very similar look to a previous set, especially if you take the tabard off that previous set. Want to throw a tabard on this one, Earthen Ring. It's very brown, it goes well with this, but you're going to get a lot of leverage out of the Buccaneer vest and those white pants. Far from perfect for Shadow, hitting the mark for Disc, hitting the mark for Holy. Gotta love this green, teal, goldish look. It works very, very well. Mostly Mop, mostly Legion. Sort of a Frost Mage look here, but it works for Holy. It works for Disc. Doesn't necessarily work for Shadow, though. Gotta love the baby blues here with the gray. It's a good priest, Holy healing priest mix, I think, overall. Very dapper and regal for priest here. That gold with that just like hint of burgundy and gray. Really super, super works for disciplined priest as well as holy priest. You could even work this with Shadow in a sort of kind of way. At the risk of repeating myself, I said this numerous times, this is one of those flex mod pieces between the shoulders, the helm, the boot. Just swap in any kind of red, gold kind of robe and it works for priests. Oh my lord, suitable little prayer for priests. Yes, this is another duplicate, I made a mistake. Bottom line is, I kind of don't have the template that I use, so I'd have to redo the font and all the graphics, and I don't have them anymore, so oops, sorry. But still, 48 Xmogs for priests, pretty darn good. Not many other people, no one else is doing it, let's be real. I don't like this set, but I know other people did, so I figured I would feature it again. Very priest-like, Disc, Holy, green, it works. Okay, finally, Shadow Priest, set number 50. For those of you that are holding a red marker and insist on correcting me, yes, it's 48. I made 2 dupes and I sort of lost the template. I don't have it. I'll recreate another one when I do the next 50 in about a year. Thank you for watching. My name is Luxeley. If you're curious for more Priest Xmogs, check out that video or the other video. Either way, thank you for watching. Final thought, here and now, whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, like it is here, make it epic, make it a priest. Thanks for watching.